Hello, white people. Let's talk about the Texas lawsuit. Looks like Texas got shot down. They don't have a lawsuit now, and from what I understand, there was 40 states that were with them, or I don't know exactly how it goes, but it wasn't a class action suit, but there was 40 other states in support of Texas. And anyway, so there's 50 states in the country and 40 states, so that's almost 2/3? No, yeah, almost 2/3 of the country are opposed to 1/3 of the country. Is that how that is panning out? People are really upset about this election because it looks like there was a lot of cheating, especially after listening to that testimony. And the only reason we have all this tyranny in our country is because good people failed to act. And I know that this is probably not going to go over real well when I say this, but those people who witnessed the cheating, what did they do? They sat on it, they were submissive, and then they just waited to talk about it at a hearing. I mean, they didn't do anything. And see, this is how these people get away with shit because, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. And so when you don't allow bad people to have permission, that's when you get in their way and you prevent bad things from happening. And, there's a lot of really good people out there who don't think that they have to go that far, but sometimes you do. You have to. And, because of this mask nonsense, I've been banned from places, and I told you guys about that, and I've gotten into fights with people, and I definitely stand my ground. Today I went to a cell phone store, and everybody in there was masked up, and the person I went with was masked up. I just walked on in, and I even walked and stood next to people wearing masks, and they went to the other side of the store. They were kind of freaked out, but, their problem, not mine. I will not submit to tyranny. But anyway, all right, so, and then last night, Tim had on his IRL broadcast, he had Alex Jones again, and I was able to watch some of it. YouTube didn't delete it. And Alex Jones talked about aliens. And I've heard through different channels that there's going to be a fake alien invasion because there aren't aliens. You know what? I cannot confirm or deny if there's actually aliens. But back in the 90s, I believe it was 95 or 96, I was driving northbound on I-205. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I saw a planet, and it reminded me of a Death Star from Star Wars. So I saw this planet, and somebody was trying to tell me, that it was like a reflection or whatever. And I'm like, really? A reflection? I'm 50 years old right now, and that's the only time I've ever seen a planet. So it makes me wonder, do we live in some sort of hologram, or what is going on? But anyway, so we're going to have like this fake alien invasion. And so Alex Jones, he said, there are no aliens. The aliens will be man-made. And Alex Jones is part of the cabal, so he's going to be, he's going to know. He knows. He's got the inside information. He's part of that. And anyway, so fake alien invasion, once the mind fuck is no longer makes people hysterical. You notice that once people stop being hysterical about stuff, then it's got to be some sort of new drama that's dropped on us. And then what else did Alex Jones talk about? Oh, yeah, he talked about, okay, so he grew up in Texas, and he grew up on a cattle ranch or something like that, and he's saying that in the last 30 years that he knows of, that, you guys aren't going to believe this, and Tim pulled it up. The cows are clones. So if you're eating beef, chances are you've been eating a clone. How's that? Okay, and then so what is it that we know about clones anyway? I don't know a whole lot about clones other than just little snips of information I've gotten here or there. But from what I understand, clones, They are not as good as the copy or the original copy, right? So they're going to have problems. And, this generation, like my generation, has a lot of health problems. And I'm wondering, am I a clone? I know that sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But am I a clone? And, I wonder that if I'm a clone, one, because of the health problems that a lot of people have. And two, when my child was little, he used to relay this whole history when he could start talking. He would talk about his people all the time. And then he would talk in this really weird gibberish language. And he'd say, "Oh, I'm speaking flower language." And, I don't know if that was his imagination, but when he was tiny, before he could say words, he used to talk all the time. I don't know if it has anything to do with being a clone or if that's just some kids do that. But it was strange that he was able to relay this history. He's forgotten about it. But he was under the firm belief, and he had stories. He had stories. I don't even remember what those stories were, but he'd have these long, drawn-out, elaborate stories. And yeah, your imagination can come up with some of that stuff, but sometimes it can't. And I don't know. I don't know if it was a memory from a previous life, previous clone, whatever. So, anyway, And then this is lavender soap that I made. Can you believe that? I got this giant 25-pound mold, and it's pretty heavy to pick up, and I was able to cut it on the big soap cutter doodad. I got 88 bars. Isn't that cool? 88 bars, and it smells just fantastic. All right, white people, that's the damage for now. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to your thoughts below.